Who's that? Who's that, huh?
Let's see who it is.
Hey, yo, I'm looking for my girl Felicia.
Shit. What's good? It's Roberto. Oh shit, when he said, you know what it is.
Chilling, yo.
What's up, man? It's always a good time, good conversations. So you know what that means.
Another episode.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to Bucket Dreams 401. We're here. You know, nice, beautiful day.
Yeah.
But we want to spend it with you guys.
Because
you know?
we care about you guys.
For real. And this is therapeutic for us. You know, this helps us out. And we just want to bring awareness to the different topics we come about. You know, we try to stick to things where we like, you know, where we're passionate about. So today we want to speak about my favorite artist. I want to say that I speak for myself. I'll let him speak for himself. It's my favorite artist. You know, I'm gonna be biased.
He's my favorite too, but like I can't be biased like you. Like it's just crazy, top notch. Like, man, how can you defend him? It's too much.
No, but I feel like when I defend them, I'm bringing factual points.
Oh my god! All right, yeah.
I'm not that outrageous or ridiculous.
No, you are.
Nah. Maybe that's my bias, you know, I don't know, but yes, you know, the one and only Drake, do right and kill everything, you know what I mean?
Do you know what that song is when he says that line?
Yeah, fuck. Is it? No.
This is coming from
He's dropped
you
so
gotta
many
miss
classics.
Me with that BS.
Nah.
I said it. Miss me. It's Miss Me.
Is Miss Me?
It's Miss Me, yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, talking about Miss Me, what album did that come from?
It came from Thank Me Later, and almost 10 years ago to the day. We're 2 days off, by the way. June 15th, 2010 was the debut album of Drizzy Drake Rogers.
Yes.
Drake, Thank Me Later, and this was like a year and a half, 2 years in the making. You know, he had So Far Gone.
Yes.
Prior to that, he had the comeback season, the Room for Improvement, you know. So Thank Me Later, this was going to be like his commercial breakout
debut
project
album,
right here.
Even though people consider So Far Gone a debut, because he was with Young Money at that time when he did release So Far Gone. He was on tour with Lil Wayne, experiencing that lifestyle, you know, and a lot of that music was inspired by being with Lil Wayne and just trying to get that Toronto sound out there commercially.
Because at first, Lil Wayne, he didn't want anything to do with Drake. I believe it was Mac Main that played a song.
Or Jazz Prince.
Or Jazz Prince. Someone played a song to Wayne, and he was like, man, don't play none of that bullshit to me ever again. But then I believe it was the song Brand New that caught Lil Wayne's ear.
Yeah.
And it led to him calling up Drake like, hey, listen, like I'm starting up this thing called Young Money and I would like for you to be a part of it, you know. So he was able to tag him along and he flew him out to Houston, and that's when they created So Far Gone, 17 songs laced. And I believe at the time it was
Houston
like the first
a huge influence on this.
Oh yeah, for sure. And he still
Vegas.
gives props to Houston to this day.
November 18.
And I believe this mixtape at the time was the first mixtape to be nominated for a Grammy.
Oh wow!
And
the first ever?
I think. Don't quote me on that.
Well,
but at that time, like it was huge because he wasn't officially signed yet, but like, he was getting to that point where he was going to.
He was getting the buzz.
Dropping that and getting nominated for the Grammy, you know, like that was huge at the time. So fast forward to a year later, he drops Thank Me Later, and he had 14 or 15 tracks on that, and he had a bunch of guests. Bunch of guests.
It was definitely a lot of features on there, but I feel like it was just because he was around Lil Wayne. and Wayne was on so many other people's features.
That is true at that
and then
time.
Drake's getting this exposure to other artists, and then people are meeting Drake. They like his mixture because he was a new sound. That's why Lil Wayne wasn't the only one that hesitated to sign him. I believe T.I. had an opportunity to sign him, but he called it emo music or whatever.
That because they didn't have the beard at the time, and he
did look weird. You know what I mean? We all had that ugly stage at one point. But was he ugly or was he poor? No, but yeah, T.I. hesitated saying because the slow, you know, that type of music, it wasn't popular. And that's the thing Drake did. He made a new sound, and people just gravitated to it because it was something new and we can relate to it. It wasn't this gang shit. It was about girls, which is a good strategy. You know, you talk about girls are gonna like it, and guys like girls, so guys are gonna like it too. That topic. So
yeah, that's exactly it. Like, people resonate with what he's saying in his songs. It's very relatable. Yeah, especially during that time. We were in high school, so the things that he was saying is like, holy shit, like this is hitting a direct vein inside of our bodies.
A lot of girl trouble in high school days. Still.
Oh yeah, for sure. And with this album, he had like the heavyweights. So
like for a debut album, R&B. But that's why people say So Far Gone was a debut, and kind of Thank Me Later was a second, because he has so many high profile names.
Yeah.
What is it? Alicia Keys. T.I., Swiss Beats, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne,
Young Jeezy,
yes. And I know the reason why he had Alicia Keys and Jay-Z was because he helped Alicia Keys write a song, Unthinkable.
Yeah, and that's
so that got them together for the
He
Fireworks.
also had Mary J. Blige singing in the background on Fancy, and at the time, at the time, I'm pretty sure he helped write a song for her as well. So it all connects.
Because he does have a feature with Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, called The One.
The One. And then Jay-Z, he co-wrote on Blueprint 3, or was a hook?
It was
like a chorus or something?
Blueprint 3. No, Drake is on one of the songs. Man, I'm so mad I forgot the name of the song, because you know, it's actually, even though Drake is only on the hook, I believe. It's dope.
Yeah, it is.
Off that.
Yeah, you got it.
That's the name of the song. So yeah.
So that's why they collaborate on his debut. And then Young Jeezy, that was random, you know, having a street gangster on that.
At the time, I felt like that was a good move, because I feel like Young Jeezy, at that moment, he was pretty solid with his features and his own projects. So to add him to the album, like, without a question, that was a good move.
Yeah, definitely. And then Fancy with T.I. and Swiss Beats.
And then the switch up at the end where Drake comes back in with the slow talk.
Slow melody. Like, I'm telling you, this whole, he spit. I don't know about you, how you feel about each track, but revisiting that, those tracks. What he was spitting, like bar for bar, like I felt like that's maybe if you're reading This Is Too Late is another album where I feel like he like went bar for bar.
Yeah.
Like I know Drake relies on his melody, his singing, so I know he's a good writer when he needs to. You know, because we have all the 9 a.m.s, the 5 p.m.s, all that shows his pen right there.
Yeah.
You know, no question about it. When he needs to, he will do it. But he knows he has a large-ass fan base. He needs to reach out so many different demographics. So he knows he needs to make the key songs for the families, the 5-year-olds that like Drake. So it's hard to satisfy everybody, you know. So I just know you gotta judge his albums differently. But I feel like Thank Me Later, the way it was just well placed, each track, and at that time, like I said, I had a lot of girl trouble. So Karaoke, I don't know if you was a fan of that one.
Karaoke is definitely underrated song. I always enjoyed that song.
It kind of reminds me of Passion Fruit a little bit. It was slow, short, but yeah, Karaoke. Like, what's the line? You put the kettle on, you touch it.
You put the tea in the kettle and light it. Yeah. Put your hand on the metal and feel it. But do you even feel it anymore?
Yo, that's that line, bro. Like, I would have that repeat. Shut It Down with Dream. That's another feature, the Dream.
Wow. See, and that's the thing too, because that was the first and like last time that they collaborated. So that definitely went out of my head.
And you know why? I was wondering that too, and I was looking around, and the Dream did an interview with Genius, and he was saying that when he did the song Shut It Down, Drake was calling him like Drake's people was calling him nonstop. You know, he's like, yeah, I'll get to it, and then Drake finally called him too, like, yeah, I want you to do it this way, and he's like, Drake, I'll do it the way I'm gonna do it. And then after that collaboration, Dream sent him something, and Drake never got back to him.
So it was just a bunch of creative differences at the end of the day. They couldn't come up with an agreement, which is unfortunate because Shut It Down, I'm pretty sure that song leaked before the album came out. There was a different version.
The whole album leaked, actually. I think it was like a week or two before, and there was different versions of Shut It Down.
Yeah.
There was a couple other songs that had different versions.
Shut It Down, like the first version that I heard, it was explicit. The Dream was swearing.
Yeah.
But then on the album version, like it was clean.
And it was different wording too.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, but it was different.
Yeah, but I think Shut It Down was like the very first song I had on repeat, honestly, on that, because I love R&B Drake, no matter what he's saying, that the crooning, the melodies, his voice, and what OVO 40 does in the background with the producing, he knows what to do.
That's MJ and Pippin right there.
Yeah,
you know, Drake and 40, whatever they do is just untouchable.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why he wants to keep him around, you know. And I give credit to where it's due, and I know 40 played a major factor in Drake's career. You know?
He created his sound.
Yeah,
you know, without 40,
and Drake
I don't
delivered
think Drake
it.
would be there.
No, but it's a 50-50 because 40 produced it and Drake had to deliver, and he delivered when 40 came through. So it's 50-50 in that relationship right there. But yeah, Shut It Down, just a 7-minute song, but it goes by so fast because you're just so much in the wordings, you know, everything they're saying to you. And then at the last 2 minutes is like a different switch up, a beat switch up. Drake just kills it. I don't know if you recall the whole beat switch up at the end.
Yeah, that song, I like when he switches his up.
Yeah.
Especially at the end of that song. Slow melody.
Yeah.
That's where Drake is at his finest. And me personally, like, when it comes to Drake, we both know that he's a rapper and a singer, and he tends to fall back a little bit more on the singing side.
Yeah.
I get tired of it because I know he can spit and I want him to spit. Yeah. But then he comes out with more songs that he's singing, and then he starts stringing me back along. It's like, I can't even complain. Like, it's good music, and he is singing. Like, I want more rapping, but the singing, you know, I feel that he perfected it in the beginning, especially when he first started. When he was doing tours, he wasn't that great of a performer, and you can tell when you watch clips on YouTube of him singing, it wasn't like a good performance, but people still rocked with him because it was Drake. You know, they could resonate with him, and they like his music at the end of the day. But towards like him progression with his career, his singing's gotten a lot better.
Oh yeah, that vocal coach, whoever that is, shout out to you.
It's just it's incredible, and it's been 10 years since the debut, and he's still here. I consider him, I consider J. Cole, Kendrick, and even Big Sean like the leaders of the rap game today, because I
believe he came out with a couple more though. I think Wiz Khalifa was new around that time. Wale was new around that time too.
Yeah, I just feel like they didn't have that much of like a impact, like a big impact when it comes to like those guys. I guess Big Sean maybe like a little bit below them, but I always considered him in that tier.
Well, I feel like it's two different tiers. I feel like it's Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick, and then the second tier is Wale, Big Sean, with Wiz Khalifa. You know.
Yeah.
Because I do remember them coming out around the same time, and they all did pretty good. Wiz Khalifa with his mixtapes, he's well solidified with that. He's a stoner guy, you know. He's always gonna get his fan base going.
And Wale's a poet, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, and Big Sean just both. You know what I mean? I feel like his should be going underrated so much. I don't know why. Like some of his punchlines. If someone else would have said it, people would be going
Big
crazy.
Sean?
Yeah, Big Sean.
I feel like some people would listen to his punchlines and they think it was corny,
Yeah,
Like,
but if
really?
someone,
Why would if it was someone else that would say
they'd be like,
oh
shit, like what?
like a Kanye stan.
Yeah,
like if
yeah.
Kanye was just saying, it's like, oh shit, this
Yeah.
is like so genius of him. But I get what you mean. But
Yeah.
I always appreciated Big Sean regardless of what he's saying, and I feel like he's always gotten better with each album.
Yeah, definitely.
But Thank Me Later, some of like my favorite tracks, like if I'm not listening to the album front to back, I always tend to go to Miss Me because it reminds me of, you know, the typical Drake and Wayne just going back and forth. You always have Drake in the beginning and then you end it with Wayne.
Yeah.
So it reminded me of the previous songs that they released in the past when it comes to freestyling and just songs together, like My Darling Baby to Ransom to
Yes.
Ignorant Shit. What else?
Maybe She Will.
She will.
She Will.
Believe Me. When it's those
Believe
two,
Me, yeah.
like they're perfectionists. You know, they always gotta go bar for bar. And
Yes,
sometimes it's Drake that outdoes Lil Wayne, or it's Lil Wayne that outdoes him. So Miss Me, that's one of the songs that stick out for me. I really appreciate that song.
Do you remember that the video? Because Lil Wayne was actually in jail for that gun charge.
Yeah. Lil Wayne was locked up, so in the video it was just Drake, you know, bouncing around, and you had Lil Wayne like on the TV screens or like on the brick wall.
I don't know if it was true, but I heard he was still out when they did the video, but they made it seem like he was in jail because at the time the video came out, he was in jail.
And he did say he'll be gone till November.
Yeah.
So I don't recall if he was out. Yeah, I do recall it dropping like right. No, actually it was after the album. It was in the summertime where he dropped the video.
Yeah, because the album came out in June 15. The single was Over. I remember seeing that video on 106 in Park.
Yeah, he made videos for Over. He made videos Find Your Love.
Kanye
produced that. Yeah, that song's incredible.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard since he produced it and he was kind of envious always towards Drake, that he purposely made the vocals like distorted. Like I don't know if you could tell, like every other song kind of sounds like it's mixed well, and then it comes Find Your Love, it sounds like all distorted.
Honestly,
like,
I never noticed that.
I feel like it gives it more feel, but some people say that he did that on purpose. Like the old
probably because we all know Kanye, when he seen Drake coming up, he always felt that Drake was going to be a threat to Kanye's career because he knew Drake was going to be that next guy up. And for you guys that don't know, probably should, but he actually directed his first video, Best I Ever Had.
Yeah,
and
see?
I remember when Best I Ever Had came out, I was like, oh shit, this is Drake. Like this is a great song. Then the visual came out. It didn't really make sense. I didn't think it
didn't match the song at all.
Like a basketball game,
I started
the
dying.
females, and it was it's still a good video, but it's like you want to picture that visual for that, and it's just got Kanye written all over it, you know.
No, but yeah, I remember the day actually when I watched that video and I started dying towards the end. What's that line like? But you only taught us how to stretch.
Yeah,
because they're down by like 100.
in the championship game, it's like you guys are trash and you guys are getting blown out. How did you guys play in the previous games? You know, just stretching,
distracting them. Oh shit! Well, you like Miss Me. One of my standouts are Up All Night with Nicki Minaj. I feel like that was one of my first songs I heard of Nicki. Like I wasn't really big.
Like, because
at that time when 2010, there's not really there's not Apple Music, there's not a lot of streaming services out there. We're downloading this shit illegally, you know what I mean?
Yeah, all the fucking hip-hop sites.
I wasn't really big on what's up to date, who's coming out right now. So when I heard Nicki Minaj, I was like, oh shit, she killed that verse.
Yeah, and she was coming up too at that time as well. So it was nice to have her on that album.
And just the format of the album, Thank Me Later, that song Up All Night came in. I had like a good time because each song before that it was karaoke, fireworks, like slow, tempo. Show Me a Good Time was a little bit more, bumpy, up tempo. But Up All Night was just like a straight banger, like a rap going back and forth. Drake goes in saying like, "Glad, what was it?
Repeat.
Not glass half full. Niggas with no money act like money isn't everything. I'm trying to have a good time." Some, he just goes off. I don't know.
As you can see, he's not a rapper.
Facts.
But yeah, he definitely was spitting very well, and Nicki was spitting well on that track.
Did you know about Nicki?
Yeah, Nicki. I think I heard of her like a year prior. I think she was on a remix to like a Yo Gotti song or like a Gucci Mane song, and I remember like an old friend of mine was talking about Nicki Minaj, and I'm thinking, who the fuck is Nicki?
Yeah.
And then I seen her, I was like, oh shit, okay. She's not bad. She's looking pretty good.
Spit and she look good.
Yeah, man. Another song that I like is you mentioned it already, but "Show Me a Good Time." I feel like it's definitely the perfect spring, summer anthem. You know, just uplift your spirits and having a good time with your people, good vibes. It's a great song. And towards the end of the track, he says, "Call me overrated or too jaded because any way you put it, I made it." I feel like prior to the album release, he dropped 9 a.m. in Dallas, and that was a freestyle pretty much saying like how he feels when it comes to his debut album about to come out.
Yeah, doing the numbers,
and if he does it, like don't be surprised. And he probably felt like a lot of people were doubting him because he had all this pressure to be like this big.
You have to live up to these rumors, because people saw it and saw far gone. So when you do something great,
you gotta top it.
Yeah, the next time you do something, it gotta be even better. So of course.
he definitely did it.
Yeah.
And 10 years in, he's still here.
Hell yeah.
It's crazy.
Like even though there's a lot of features, there's still a lot of songs just him.
Oh yeah. And with the debut,
Cause "Show Me a Good Time." Honestly, to be honest, I had to get used to that song when I first heard it. It's just cause I think it was the beat. Cause when
it was different.
Yeah, the beat was different. I think Kanye produced that too.
I would have to check that. I don't recall.
No, he did. I checked it. Yeah, I got you. When he doesn't got you, I got you. When I don't got you, he got you. You know what I mean? We got you. Don't worry. Don't Google it. Put your phone down. Believe me, alright? But yeah, I had to get used to that song. But yeah, in Drake's early career, I feel like his vocals, they try to make it sound like more of a Wayne sound. And then with Drake's crooning ability, the way he comes up with these melodies and the combination of that Wayne flow, like he just perfected making a hit. And I feel like that's what's helped him stay longevity in the rap game for this long, He beat the Beatles record. The Beatles held it for 54 years for the most singles on the top 10 Billboard.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he beat them. He had 7 singles on the Billboard top 10. That's crazy. For someone to hold the record for 54 years and then you come and beat them, like, people just don't praise them enough. And I just feel like when you're that big, you're going to have more haters than fans, or the haters are going to overshadow the fans because the fans are going to support you no matter what.
Yeah.
Even if they show it or tweet it or whatever, they're still going to support you. You know what I mean? Look at his tours. Like, his tours are doing outrageous. I haven't been that lucky to go to one, but this
I was
guy
very fortunate.
This guy over here,
old friend of mine, she hit me up. She's like, "Hey, listen, I got an extra ticket to the Aubrey and the Three Migos tour. You want to come?" And I'm like, "Say less." So, going to see him in concert in Boston 2 years ago, it was just an overall great experience. It's nothing that I've ever experienced before, and just seeing the progression from day one to now.
Yeah.
And he even showed, and I told you before, he showed a clip of like his early beginnings of him and his people that he's still with today.
Exactly.
So he's still riding.
That's real day ones.
Like old footage, and then one of the last clips was him just clicking the upload button on his MySpace for So Far Gone, and then God's Plan starts playing.
Yo.
I was emotional. I wanted to shed tears that night because it's like I
you
feel like I was
seen
a part.
him grow too.
I was a part of that adventure from start to where he is now. So I was able to feel very connected to that moment.
Yeah,
it was
sentimental.
It was a great experience, and you know I want to be able to experience that again with the guys. You know, because it's so much better when you're with your group.
Yeah,
you know
that energy. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Yeah, and people say that his tickets are so expensive, but he puts that money back into his tours. You know, he spent a lot on all the fucking extra shit.
All the visuals, the stage, the dancers, everything. He had a floating car.
Yeah, so
he had a floating car. He had a basketball hoop, basketball court. Man, that shit was crazy.
That experience, see, I'm jealous right now. I'm envious. This guy got that experience.
Like, we could watch videos right now.
That ain't the same. That crowd, that energy, just seeing it live right there.
Man.
Yeah. Definitely. You know, we got it when we're allowed back to concerts. Cause
whenever that is, it'll probably be virtual. We could just.
I heard they're doing drive-throughs where you go to a drive-through theater and they'll just play it on the screen. I'm like, what the hell is the point of that?
That's not the same. Nah. You might as well just go to the movie theater and just watch a movie. Like,
what the hell?
That's whack.
But yeah, going back to Thank Me Later. So Show Me a Good Time was another good one for you. Mine, I'm gonna have to go with Light Up with Jay-Z.
I feel like
HOV. What do you mean? What do you mean? Hov?
That was
he predicted the future, bro.
Yeah, with the diss track, you know, that went over everyone's head at the time.
Exactly, bro. But just the wordplay and him giving advice at the same time. Yeah, that was. It reminds me of Lil Wayne when he did that for Big Sean.
That was and deep.
Yeah,
that's a perfect example. But
yeah, bro.
For me, when I first listened to that song, I had to listen to it a few times because it didn't really stick with me.
For real?
After a while,
Show Me a Good Time.
Like, it's not. Show Me a Good Time. Yo, that's two different songs, two different vibes. You know, like you want to light people up. I'm trying to have a good time with these people. You know, like good vibe. You know, that gritty gangster shit. That top boy.
Nah, but he predicted it. He was like talking about the whole Kanye situation, basically.
Because he's a GOAT. He's considered the best rapper in the game. So for him to do that, especially to a rookie Drake, you know that it speaks volume. He knew that Drake was gonna be the next one coming up.
Hell yeah.
You know,
he wanted to be on his side, even though they had their little disputes going back and forth on tracks.
Yeah, of course. And they always managed to, you know, be professional and make amends. And, you know, they were able to collaborate again on Scorpion. And hopefully they can do some more work in the future.
Yeah, because Jay-Z is up there in age when he just turned 50.
He doesn't. He
just dropped something with what's his name?
He did?
Remember where this guy Jay Electronica, Electronic.
Jay Electronica.
It was basically Jay-Z's album and featuring Jay Electronica because Jay-Z's on everything, and Jay-Z outperformed Jay Electronica. Like, I don't even know your name, buddy. Get out of here, alright? That was Jay-Z's shit.
But everyone likes him. I don't know how he doesn't.
It's because he dropped one good track and then he disappeared.
Yeah.
So he had that reputation of spitting real shit. Because obviously you're gonna have a reputation if you're not releasing shit. People are just gonna remember for that one song. But yeah, Jay-Z still got that work on that pen. Mm-hmm. So never doubt another feature between Drake and Jay-Z. Did you have another song?
I would say another song that like really hits is The Resistance.
Ooh,
I feel like there's a few lines that he said that like a few years like after that release I was able to really understand where he was coming from. I was like, holy shit, like I'm like living in a Drake lyric. I'll let you guys use your imagination. This song, it reminds me of Fear a little bit. It's one of those introspective songs, and one of those songs that you're just like in your feels and it's deep, and I like that Drake when that's when he's in his bag, when he starts speaking that real shit.
Yeah, that song that hit me too. I really like that song, especially at the time I wasn't really a smoker, but you know I'm a stoner now, and one of the lines is I'm about to roll me a blunt on my list of regrets and blow it all away, and like now that shit hits deep. You know what I mean? That shit hits right. And I just feel like that's why I really like Drake, because there's so much that I could really relate to, you know? Because obviously we all have girl problems, whether you're with one or not, you know what I mean? You've had them before, so that's something we could relate to with him. And he's just very passionate, and just the melodies he comes up with, it's just good music for my soul, you know? I'm gonna be biased that way no matter what.
So, with all the albums that he's dropped in his career, I don't really like give albums ratings, like out of 1 through 10. But when it comes to this particular album, is it like a top tier, middle, bottom when it comes to the rest of his discography? For me, I've always had Nothing Was the Same as his best album. Reason why is he had minus the bonus tracks. It was 13 tracks and little to like no features. He had like a couple features, and this was him just strictly just rapping bar for bar, word for word.
I think he said that's his favorite album too, right?
Yeah, and that made me happy, because I'm like, this is definitely like his best work, and I feel that this album I gotta go real soon. This album was the prequel to what was gonna happen next, and by that, if you're reading This Is Too Late, I ranked that one right behind Nothing Was the Same, because just like Nothing Was the Same, if you're reading this, it's just straight up song after song after song. He was in his bag. He was just rapping, spitting.
Yeah, it was
like
actually
crazy.
That was another different sound too that he not introduced, but he popularized, like that trap, like that gritty sound.
Yeah.
You know.
So like Nothing Was the Same. If you're reading this, and Take Care would be like the top 3. And in my opinion, when it comes to Thank Me Later, for me, it's a great album overall, but it's not in the top tier for me. I would say it's
and that's how it's supposed
scattered.
to. Yeah, it's supposed to get better.
Exactly.
You know,
and
when Nothing Was the Same, I believe he went into that, like, cause, like in Thank Me Later, he did spit about his personal life. You know, he did get a little bit into depth about his personal life.
Yeah.
And then with Take Care, he kind of was a little bit talking about his, you know, turning rich and famous, and just going that more in that route, dropping Marvin's Room, you know, about females. And then someone in his group, I think it was either Noel or I don't know, one of his boys was like, you should make another album that's more concise, like more shorter and more in depth about your personal life. And that's where he came up with these songs like Too Much. Was it Too Much on there? And what's the Janae Ankle from Time? Like songs like that, just going really in depth. And that's why it's only a 14 tracks album, because he did that on purpose. He wanted to make it short and make sure he poured out his heart in this.
And that's why I appreciate that album, because that's the Drake that I like, when he's speaking from personal experiences.
Yeah, he's not one of these rappers that are lying about his lyrics. Like, it's about what he goes through.
Yeah. Like,
some of it's gonna be goofy, but at least he's not lying. He's just trying to make a good song out of reality, you know? And like I said, I think he's perfected making a hit to last this long and go through like different types of beef. Even though in the beginning of his career he would say that he doesn't believe in that beef shit, he doesn't respond. But then, you know, later in his career he started responding, you know, i.e. Meek Mill, Pusha T, Joe Budden, and supposedly Kendrick Lamar, you know.
Yeah.
So
So, last thing before we go, where would you rank the Thank Me Later when it comes to the rest of his albums?
Yeah, Thank Me Later, like you said, it is definitely bottom. Even though I did revisit it just because we were making this video, I do like those tracks, but in its discography, I'm gonna have to go with Take Care first. If you're reading this too late, second. And Scorpion.
Alright, so I'm out.
Yo.
Cause it's just, Lil Wayne, he's just too good.
You gotta give Wayne
he's
the
just
love.
Yeah, you know, I just figured come to y'all, October's on, and you know, just have a toast with you, cause I don't have nobody else to toast with, so I figured I'd have a toast with y'all to a great 2008, you know, to a hopeful release date in 2009, to Thank Me Later, selling like, I don't know, I mean, I'm not gonna get too crazy, maybe like, you know, say 200, 300,000 first week maybe. We'll start there and then see. I don't know yet. So, and to y'all, man, for always supporting me, holding me down. So this is to you. Shit.